Hey everybody, it's Aaron here with Get Your Geek On. We're here at PAX 2020, PAX South. It is day 2, and we're here and we're talking with Stak Up. What's your name again, sir?
Stephen Machuga, Stak Up.
Stak Up. So tell us about, what is Stak Up?
We're a military charity. We support veterans through video games and geek culture through 4 major programs. What we do. We have our supply crates where we send boxes full of games and gear to units deployed to combat zones, individuals struggling back home. We have our aerosol program, which is where we fly disabled or deserving veterans to game events like this, Comic-Con, E3, things like that. We have our Staks program, which is our local volunteer efforts. We've got about 30 teams nationwide that go out and do good things in their neck of the woods. And then last we have our 24/7 suicide prevention team, the Overwatch program, Stop Squad.
Oh, okay.
And that's all through our Discord channel. If somebody's having a bad night, they need somebody to talk to, we're available for it.
Wow, that's amazing. And so this is all volunteer. Is it military people who volunteer, or is it just anyone can volunteer to help?
Anyone can join up. Our suicide prevention team is, they're trained, but they do not need to be military. We send them through an organization called Psych Armor, and they teach civilians how to talk to veterans in crisis. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, I think it's about a 60-hour course load of instruction for volunteers to come in. But once you get trained up, you're able to help guys off the ledge, so to speak.
That's amazing. And that works amazing. And so what got you, are you the owner, right?
I am.
So what got you started into doing all of this? I mean, are you military yourself, if you don't mind asking? Thank you for serving, first of all.
It was an honor.
Thank you.
8 years military, Army. Did 4 years infantry, 4 years intel.
Oh, wow.
Went to DC as a government contractor, making great money, but didn't love what I was doing.
Yeah.
And I started doing charity work on the weekends, and I really fell in love with it. So when I was between contracts one time, I figured, hey, let me see if this charity thing has any legs to it. And nobody else is doing it in the space. Nobody else is really supporting veterans.
Yeah.
So it really took off. And having the veteran background and the experience with the games industry, we were able to speak a language that nobody else was dealing with. So now we're at a point now where veterans, 18 to 35-year-old males and female, military-age males and females, everybody games now.
Yeah,
it's not this weird thing that you do in your basement, parents' basement.
Yeah.
Everybody does it. It's when you were talking about, is it just veterans? It's like, no, it's veterans and civilians, because gaming can act as that shared language. Like, you don't need to know what it's like to be in Afghanistan, but you can help me set up this raid in Destiny, and we have that together, and it gets people talking, gets people a part of a community again. So
that's cool. And so how long have you been around? Because you said you did between jobs and all that.
I've been doing charity work for about 10 years now, but Stak Up, we're going on year 5 right now.
Wow.
So yeah.
So go on, are you guys all over the country? Are you localized anywhere?
We're international. We've got teams in New Zealand and Australia right now, but primarily US based. But we help anybody who's put on a uniform in service of supporting US and allied veterans. We're here to support them as well.
That's amazing. And how many people have, if you don't mind me asking, can you have any numbers of how many people you have helped, or how many people are a part of this that you guys have worked with or anything?
We're just wrapping up our 2019 numbers, and it looks to be about 8,300 people.
Oh my gosh, wow.
Now those numbers are kind of fluid because we're relying on the individuals who put in requests for support to tell us how many people it helps.
Yeah.
So if you get a guy in Afghanistan who says, hey, this PlayStation will sit in a company day room, and it services about 100 people. Like, we have to believe them that they're not going to take that PlayStation, run back to their hooch, and kind of like, I don't know if we can swear or not. But I was going to say, I'm like, well, maybe I don't say. So, but based on that metric measuring, that's the number we're at for this year.
That's amazing. I'm so glad that we have something like this for our veterans. Like you said, there's not a lot of support out there. Where could people find you guys? How could they find more about you?
The website is stakup.org.
Okay.
And head over there. If you're interested in getting involved and you want to donate, you want to do something locally, you want to stream for us, you want to do a charity stream, you want to do a car wash, you want to play ping pong, anything to support the troops, you want to get involved with our suicide prevention team, learn how to get trained up on that, just submit a contact form, and too easy. That's how you get started.
That's amazing. We do want to thank you again for your time and for telling us about Stak Up. Honestly, I hadn't heard about it until you go. But I have friends from a small town in the military, Marines, and everything, and so I'm going to definitely tell them about this and tell all our fans about it. Because guys, this is an amazing organization. Like you said, there's not a lot about stuff out there for our veterans, so it's nice to see something like this. And please go support them, volunteer your time if you can, and thank you again so much for everything you did as the military and now even still helping out everybody.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much.
I appreciate it. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you so much.